So next up, we're gonna go with black. My next color that I like to play. See it loaded up? Yes, it loaded up. Okay. So for black, the leader is Baby Vegeta. This is the regular form. When attacking, draw one card, which is standard or self awakening. 4 or less, draw a card and awaken. And this is the awaken side, 20k swing, permanent. You can also use rest mode battle cards with Brainwash or Machine Mutant in their special traits and combos, and you get to draw a card when you swing it. So this is good. We haven't had a leader that actually does this effect, that you can actually use combo cards that's on rest mode. So right now, off rip, just listening and reading this card, right? For everybody that's actually tuning in, you're using cards, battle cards off the board to combo, right? That's on rest mode. But do you really want to do that? Is the question. So hopefully they do have cards that on rest mode. If you combo out, you get to use the effect that they have. But you're wiping off your board just to use them as a combo, which kind of sucks because now you're minimizing your board when they have a board. So what is the game plan on that? So we're just gonna have to see what kind of support Baby has. But I'm really all for it with this new leader and its special effect. So this is the alternate art version, which looks amazing. I love the color. I love how the awaken and the 20k pops. If you guys haven't seen it, you go on their Twitter page and then you'll see the hollow version of this card. This card looks amazing hollow. So hopefully, fingers crossed on my case, I get to pull this card because I definitely want to try Baby. The effect looks amazing. It's giving me the Bardock vibes that it has its own archetype and build up on it. The only difference is that Bardock didn't have much of a strong support. So let's see if from what I've seen, they didn't come out with anything that supports Bardock for this set. Hopefully on the next one, but we'll see what happens. With maybe we'll find cards in this set that's coming out that actually got help bring Bardock a little bit more of a boost because Bardock by itself right now is strong. Starter deck wise, with the support that came out, is definitely strong. So the first card that we're going to talk about is the Grade 8 Baby 4-drop 30k swing 0 combo. I guess this is the boss monster for Baby. On play, play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 2 or less from your hand. So what you be sacrificing on turn 6, you're actually doing on turn 4. That you're summoning 2 bodies for the cost of 4. Total of 6 energies. You're summoning them on turn 4, which is good, depending on what you're summoning. The good thing about this is it's not even telling you, and it's not specifying that it has to be a Machine Mutant or a Brainwash battle card. It just says battle card, period. So you could definitely use, if you want to be smart about it, if you want to try it out, you could use this in the other black card decks. SS4 Goku deck, you can use this in a Bardock deck, but you have to be mindful as well that right now a 4-drop better card to this is a 30k swing is the SS4 Goku. You get to your energy marker and you get to draw each turn that you use an energy marker, and it gives you energy marker every time you swing. So it won't be helpful to take one of those out to summon this. I mean to put this in your deck. And if you add this card, plus you already have 4 of the other SS4 Gokus, you gotta be mindful that you're adding so many 0 combos into your deck. And I already said it like 1,000 times. You need combo power in order to survive, like late games. Especially when everybody's trying to go for game and swings at 110 combo, you don't want to go to that. So when attacking, choose up to 1 battle card with a cost of 3 or less and place it into your owner's combo area. So you might win the combo, you might win the swing, right? It's 3 or less. Most decks plays a lot of the 3 or less. granted. So if you swing, right, 30K, you might be putting yourself in a position that that 3 drop or less, comboing on the body that you're swinging with, right? Or even if you're swinging against the leader, you're taking one of the 3 drops off the board. But then at the same time, you're giving them an extra combo power for them to negate, not negate, to deflect the swing that you're about to swing. So, um, you're wiping board, but then at the same time, you're giving them an extra card to combo with. Because maybe the card that they have on the board, they don't need it anymore, and they don't want to use a card out their hand. But you're basically just giving them an extra combo card from technically not even using a card on the board. So now they're not even touching their hands in order to combo. It's a good card for the baby, but yeah, like I said, it all depends on how this archetype is built on. There's the alternate art version of it, which is beautiful. I like it. Looks fire. Um, yeah, I definitely like this. Hopefully, I could get pull this card. This is for the baby. This is definitely a 4-off to have in your deck because you gotta have the big bodies. The only iffy part is a 4 drop, and you definitely gotta be mindful on that. That going against blue, blue is definitely gonna bounce this back on with Sickle or with Zeno. Yo, 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 Eddie, what up, Brody? How's everything with you? This card is from the new Dalma series, Glorio, 4 drop, 25K attack, 10K combo. This is a card that I was really interested in into putting into the Bardock deck. One, because it's a 25K swing and it's a 10K combo, so 10K is a must to have. I love it. I love 10Ks when it comes to my Bardock deck. I know a lot of people's gonna be like, "Yo, that's not even gonna be relevant in the deck," but you have to understand where this card is coming from. Permanent. If you or your opponent has an energy marker, reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 2. So you can summon this in turn 2. You could turn this card into turn 2, right? But it's still a 4 drop. So you can't. You're going against blue. They came in bottom deck this card because it's only on summon that's a 2 drop. But your opponent is going to try to bottom deck it, and you have to use Sickle to bottom deck this card, and it's a 25K swing on a turn 2. Then on play, if your opponent has an energy marker, draw 1 card. So if you're going first, right? He's already summoned on turn 2, and you get to draw a card while you swing it for 25, even if you have a card on the board or not. So this definitely a good card. I would test it out. I know for sure I'll probably test out at least 2 of these into the Bardock deck. You could definitely put this into the SS4 Goku deck if you want to. The only thing that these black leaders have their whatchamacallit, their archetypes that supports the leader itself. So you'll be going off script just having these cards in your deck, but sometimes you have to go off script just to build your deck stronger than what it is. You understand? Yo, 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 what up, bro? Yeah, you already know I'm up to this bag. Alright, next up. Super U is the next card. 3 drop, 20K attack, 10K combo. Activate on main once per turn. If your opponent doesn't have an energy marker, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 5 or less and KO it. Then your opponent places 1 energy marker. So you get to pop a card off the board, right? But then you're giving them an energy marker. Do you want to do that? But honestly, I'd rather take the L on that because a 5K or less, cost of 5 or less to KO it. Yeah, I'm taking that. You can have the energy marker, but I get to pop your double strike if you have one on the board, or even Purist if they have still something Purist 5 drop. and he's already on the board. Crit leader, pop that off the board as well. Um, the Jirins use this card, and hopefully you got another card that gets a pop a card off the board. Um, that's the secondary pop. The Jiren gets to get popped off the board because you can't pop him off on the first turn. I mean the first KO. He gets popped off the second KO. So just imagine, um, you get you use a card to pop, or maybe use this twice on turn six. Summon two of these 20k swings. But then at the same time, Jiren on turn six, he's already awakened, most likely, and he's already at 25. So yeah, it's kind of iffy when it comes to this card. So we're gonna have to see how this card is gonna function, supporting one of the three leaders of blacks. Next up, Super Sigma. 2-drop, 25k swing, 10k combo. This is one of the cards that's going to be for baby support. On play, if you have less than 3 cards with Machine Mutant in your special traits in your drop, KO this card. So you only get, not even, you can't even do anything. You can't even play this card. This is a late game swing. It's definitely a good card because 10k combo. You can use him at the beginning of the game for the 10k combo, but you can't really summon him because on turn 2, you will not have, sorry about that, you will not have 3 cards Machine Mutant in your grave. It's not going to happen. Unless you comboing early, which people early game is not comboing. Especially if you're playing black. You want to awaken on black to use their special effect. Because black, they're good on their standard side, but the awakened side is where you want to be at when it comes to black leaders. So the next up is Super Baby number 1, 3-drop, 20k attack, 0 combos. On play, play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 2 or less and Brainwash or Machine Mutant and its special traits from your hand. Auto. Once per turn, when a card is used in a combo from your battle area while this card is in battle, draw a card. So this is definitely good because the leader effect, you can special summon off the 4-drop, right? But once your leaders awaken, you can start using rest mode battle cards to combo. You combo 1, you get to draw a card. So basically, you're you're increasing your hand size because of the effect of this card. But then at the same time, you're special summoning on play a 2-drop. So you're putting a lot of pressure on your opponent. Not understanding why would this be a 0 combo, but I guess it's because the secondary effect, which is once per turn, you get to draw a card when you're comboing out. But this is definitely going to be a good card to be using. This is the alternate art version, which is fire. I definitely like the artwork on this. It definitely gives me the demon vibes of red. It's definitely like a red card, but it's definitely not. But this is definitely going to be a 4 of the 4-drop grade 8 4 of this one 3-drop 4 of. But then you got to be mindful they're all 0 combos. You got to be careful on how you're building your deck. You maybe want to use 3 of the grade 8, but then 3 of these or 4 of these, or vice versa, however you want to do it. Next up, for the GT set 3 leader, we have support for 4-drop, 30k swing, 5k combo permanent. If your leader is Son Goku GT and this card has 45,000 power or more, this card gets double strike. So it's easily to get this card to 45 because the leader itself, his effect on a regular, using a regular energy, you go up 10k, so that'll put you at 40, then 5k combo. Or if you use an energy marker, you have a boost of 15, so he'll be at 45, and it's a permanent. So he'll stay to 45 until your next turn, because the later effect, it's up to your next turn. So your opponent's end turn. So on your turn and your opponent's turn, he stays at 40 or 45, depending on the energy that you're using. So that's one thing that you gotta be mindful of as well. So having it, I'm liking that, Son Goku having their own image because Son Goku GT right now is using the Bardock as a double strike. So now they don't need to use the double strike anymore and just use this. So it's giving them their own personal image because right now for set three, it was a similarity of the deck building when it comes to Bardock and SS4 Goku. So now coming out with this card that takes away you using a 5-drop Bardock double strike when you can have a 4-drop double strike. The only thing that's kind of going to be iffy is when you're going against blue, blue will bottom deck this if they don't have if they have the right cards and the right tools to put this at 3 or keep it at 4, still bottom deck, and or use the Xeno to wipe everything off the board. So definitely a good card. Next up, some Go 10 GT, 2-drop 15k swing, 10k combo auto. This is another brainwash card for the baby. Auto your turn. When this card is used in a combo from the battle area, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 4 or less and return it to his hand. So now you're manipulating the board that you're returning cards to the hand. Um, you can definitely use this in rest mode. So he's only going to be swinging early game until your opponent's leader's active because it's only a 50k swing, 2-drop. But at the same time, 10k combos is going to be a full effect because you swing with him, he's on rest mode. Now you got an extra 10k combo, not even coming from your hand, it's coming from the board itself that you could just um, use as an effect. So your opponent has to choose either swing at this, which I hardly doubt he's gonna do, and then try to like swing at your leader, but you're sacrificing a swing to go against the board in order to, try to wipe the board clean, even though it's a 2-drop bottom deck or whatever the case may be. But definitely a good card to have. Kind of iffy on how much of these copies you'll be using. Probably 2 will be max. I'm not even gonna lie, 2 will be max. But then at the same time, the effect is so good because you're bouncing back 4 or less. So, and that's basically every single deck except green. 4 or less, everybody plays. You're going against black, mirror match, but return the SS4 Goku. For red, the Jiren. The blue, um, well, blue, you don't want to bounce anything back to the hand, so you gotta be careful on that one. So, but the yellow bounce back the Goku as his the Sun Goku, the 4-drop, the Majin Vegeta, the Majin Buu, the new Majin Buu coming out. So definitely just bouncing back a lot of stuff. So definitely a good card to have. Next up, Sognohan GT. Another brainwash card, 2-drop, 15k attack, 10k combo. So I guess these are the cards that you want to just build up on the board to protect you on power swings and then use their effect on when they're getting comboed out. So when this card is using a combo from your battle area, draw a card. That's definitely good. Then during this turn, the next time you use an extra card, with the cost of 2 or less from your hand, you don't have to pay the cost. That is great. Depending on the card that they're talking about to use out of 2 cards, that is amazing to do. So, like, let's just say the 10k Kamehameha, right? You could use 2 of those to wipe board. So, like, let's just say if they have a flood board playing against red, you're popping 3 to 4 bodies off the board off of just this effect and not even using 2 energies. So that is amazing. And plus, at the same time, you get to draw a card. So why not draw a card for it? So definitely a good card. So yes, it's a 15k swing. It's only good for early game before they awaken. But the effect is so good. 2 cards already, they're so good. And it's a 10k combo. So using the effect of the leader to use rest mode battle cards that's on rest mode to combo you're swinging 30K plus no matter what. Can't go wrong with that. Let's see what's the next card. Dr. Miyu, another card for Dr. Miyu, Machine Mutant, which is support for um, Baby. One drop, 5K attack, 5K combo. On play, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to one non Dr. Miyu card with the cost of 4 or less, and Machine Mutant in its special traits and add it to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of the card, bottom of your owner's deck in a random order. So, searches are definitely good. I would definitely use this as a searcher. Um, Four offs, maybe, depending on how much support that we have and how many spots we have to fill in for the baby deck, but this is definitely good to get searchers. Next up, Trunks GT, 2 drop, another brainwash, 20k swing. Finally, this is definitely a card that you want to do 4 of. Let's see what the effect is. 5k combo. Auto, when this card is using a combo from the battle area, add up to 2 non-Trunks GT battle cards with the cost of 4 or less and Brainwash or Machine Urine and the special traits from the drop to your hand. So now you got recycling. So you got bounce backs, you got draws, and you recycle from your discard pile, or for 3 cards. This baby deck sounds sick. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying, you're gonna have a lot of small bodies just swinging the hell out of your opponent and then combo out of it, right? To use their special effect to bounce back, to draw a card, or even to recycle cards from your graveyard to bring it back to your hand. 2 at that. So come on. They already know what they're doing with Baby. Baby's definitely gonna be the deck that I'm gonna be using next deck. Next set. The Majin Buu I'm still iffy about because I'm trying to understand why they have so much of the popping, self popping. But Baby right now is looking really strong. Um, with the beginning of the game. These are all beginning games. Let's see what the mid and the late games look like when it comes to their battle cards. So next up will be 2 drop Trunks GT 20k 5k combo. So this is the card that I said that if I'm gonna play and continue playing Bardock, this card goes with every black deck that we have. SS4 Goku, the baby, and the Bardock, because of its his effect. Permanent on your opponent's turn. If you have an energy marker, your non-Trunks GT battle cards can't be removed from the battle area by your opponent's skills. So now everybody on board, while this card is on board, has barrier. You can't neg. Um, you cannot neg. You can't KO. You can't bounce back. You can't do anything. You have to get. You gotta remove him first off the board, then do whatever you want to do for the rest of the cards on the battlefield. So if you're trying to swing out, like swinging for him, try to combo out. Just imagine having this on the board with Baby, and then use the effects of the first 3 cards that I said, comboing out, and then you draw a card, then you bounce cards, then you recycle 2 cards off the. That's crazy. Just to protect this card, you have the resources to protect this card, or for the first 3 cards. And this is not even a brainwash card either. It's just a regular Trunks GT, and it's a Self Awakener as well. 2 drop 20k. So I already see it. Black Baby is going to be a problem. That's a card you gotta run 4 of. Hands down. You gotta do it. Next up, alternate art. Definitely is the alternate art that I want from the Trunks. It's a beautiful art. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to have it. So next is another mutant, Machine Mutant, Nezzy, 1 drop, 15k swing, 5k combo, auto. When this card is used in a combo from the battle area, play 1 Super Sigma with the cost of 2 from your hand. So now you combo out to special summon another battle card on the field. Super Sigma was one of the first cards that we read about. Don't really remember what the card does, but if you're bringing it back on the board, that means it's definitely a card that you want to have on the board. So to special summon on the board, I see where they're going with this. How many of these cards I will play? Not sure because 5K combo, 50K swing. That means you're only gonna be using that at the beginning of the game. It's definitely not, card that you want to be playing three or fours. Next up will be Hyper Meta Rildo. Rildo from GT is in the game. 3 drop, 25K swing, 5K combo. Finally, we're going to the mid range of this deck. And right now, starting off with the swing wise, 25K is definitely great. 3 cost. On play, if you have a Super Sigma in your drop, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 3 or less and return it to his hand. That is crazy. Make sure you have that Super Sigma on your grave to use this guy's effect, because that's bouncing back without even doing anything. Auto, when this card is used in a combo from the battle area, play up to one Meta Rildo with a cost of 4 from your hand. Alright, so you're summoning this mid-range battle card to use it as a combo to summon another mid-range battle card. If you guys remember, set 3 came out with Dotaki 3 drop. If you use energy marker to summon that, you could draw one card and then you can summon the 4 drop Lou, which is a 30K swing, vanilla, 10K combo. If this card is what is doing the same thing as the Dotaki, this card is a problem. And the crazy part is that the Lou and the Dotaki belong in this deck as well because they both machine. No, not Dotaki is not a machine Meon, but Lou is. So I know for a fact you gotta have that. Those 2 cards belong in this deck, hands down. Because at turn 3 to summon 2 bodies and one of them is giving you a draw, come on, you got. And it's a 10K combo. Can't go wrong with that. So for Pan GT, 1 drop, 10K attack, 10K combo. I guess this is for Goku. On play, choose one of your Sun Goku GTs, and it gets 5,000 power for the turn. Then, if you have an energy marker, that card gets 5,000 power for the turn. So, if you don't use an energy marker, you're giving it 10K. So, let's just say you have the leader. It's not even saying not the leader. You can use it on the leader, you can use it on the 3 drop, Sun Goku, you use it on the 4 drop, Sun Goku, well, both 4 drops, because you have the one that gives you an energy marker, and on play, because it has a 5K combo boost, and then the other one is actually on swing. You got an energy marker and draw if you use the energy marker. So 2 cards we already seen that give support to Sun Goku, which maybe at this point kind of tips the scale against Bardock being the best black deck. Um, definitely something that you want to run 2 to 3 of when it comes to this card, especially when it's a 10K combo. Can't go wrong with that. Another Machine Mutant, Bizu, 1 drop, 5K attack, 10K combo. I see the small bodies. When this card is using a combo from the battle area, play up to 1 Super Sigma with the cost of 2 from your hand. Okay, so what I'm seeing right now, and it's kind of iffy when it comes to black, baby. You're summoning a lot of cards from your hand, and you're comboing a lot of cards from your battle area. So you're wiping off the board, you're drawing 1 card, and then you're recycling 2 from the thing, from your discard pile, on top of summoning, especially summoning 2 drops off the hand. So you're doing a cycle of chains that maybe you gotta play this deck right, or you're gonna end up losing a lot of hand size, and a lot of cards off the board is gonna be wiped out. So your opponent might be manipulating you on doing certain things for you to not have protection for the late game. So you gotta be mindful of how you're gonna build this deck, because now it's starting to look like a lot of these cards you have to like special summon And it's not like you're specially summoning big body. You're specially summoning two drops, which is easily to get popped off the board, nagged off the board, bounced back off the board. So you got to be mindful how you unbuild this deck. Deck still looks strong, but you got to be mindful how you unbuild it. Another two drop. Bella GT, two drop, 10k combo, 10k attack. On play, Self Awakener. Definitely need Self Awakeners for the baby. And it's a brainwash. So you already know. Auto, when this card is used in a combo from the battle area, if your leader has Machine Mutant in his special traits and you don't have an energy marker, you place an energy marker. You're giving this. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. All these combo powers that they're having, what is the purpose of using super combos at this point? You don't even need super combos for the baby. If you're gonna continue going with the concept of using cards off the board to super combo, these are small bodies that are gonna be irrelevant. They're only good for their auto effect. They're not even good for swinging. So using them for 10k combos and everything else, but then at the same time you gotta think about it. If you're playing against blue, they're gonna bounce this back, so you lose the combo effect. But against red, this could get nagged. Um, maybe could get nagged depending when turn two. I doubt they'll have something to neg this. Turn three, yes, because they have the three drop going on. That next minus 15, so they'll be if they swing, they'll be off the board. So I see some of these cards staying on the board and some not staying on the board, depending on how your opponent wants to play. So I already see once this deck comes out, a lot of people's gonna have a hard time trying to like see how to play against it. But once they get the hang of it, this deck is not gonna be like as strong as Bardock is. That's my opinion. I still feel like Bardock is hands down the best black leader because of the effect. But SS4 Goku just finished getting two cards that supports only Son Goku. So Baby might be at the tipping scale of seeing how the mid and the late game of this deck is gonna look. Because right now they're showing us a lot of beginning stage game. So let's see how it goes. This is on curve at that. So on curve to you get an energy marker, it's definitely good. This is the super combo, Vegeta GT. You already know, offense 10, defense 20k combo. It's not much to talk about. Then you have Baby Vegeta 2 drop, 20k attack, 10k combo, vanilla, machine mutant. So on the effect of the baby leader and the 4 drop, you could definitely use this card. Honestly, I would definitely play this card because from what it looks like, this deck support is not that many 20k swings, and that's what you need. So don't be surprised to use this deck, and you'll be using this card because I know the way it's going right now with the support that Baby has. I would definitely run at least 2 to 3 of these. 4 offs is kind of excessive, but 2 or 3, I feel like you could definitely put up with. Baby possessed boy form, 1 drop, 5k attack, 10k combo, machine mutant. Auto, when this card is used in a combo from the battle area, if the leader is a machine mutant, and his special traits play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 2 and brainwash in his special traits, or up to 1 baby Vegeta with the cost of 2 from your hand, then you can play battle cards for the turn. Okay, this card is definitely gonna be a 4 because you're special summoning off on a 1 drop combo. You basically could summon on your first turn, right? If you're going second on your first turn to swing, energy mark, energy marker, summon, not the energy marker, your regular energy, summon this, attack with your leader, combo, special summon, 2 drop. Just let it sit there. Then the next turn you're summoning another 2 drop or 3 drop if you want to use the energy marker. So you're really going aggro with this card. You gotta play 4 of these. I'm surprised that this is a combo card, but this is a 4. I don't care what nobody says. Hmm. Next up, Meta Rildo. This is the card that was waiting for. This is mid range. 4 drop, 30k swing, 5k combo. I guess this is the boss for for the baby. It's a blocker. Wow, it's a blocker. 30k swing. That's crazy. When KO, switch one field in your battle area to rest mode. Play this card from its owner drop. So that means we have a field card for this deck. Decks don't have um things to wipe field cards off the board right now that they're playing. So to switch this to rest mode on KO, this is like the 3 drop Majin Buu from set 3. Instead of using a card from your hand to discard to special summon it again in rest mode, you're just switching your field card to rest mode to special summon this guy again. To special summon this guy in rest mode. And it's a blocker. A 30k blocker goes crazy. Playing 4 of these, and it's a 5k combo. So you at least you could play 4 of these and not worry about combo power. So this is definitely a good card. Definitely a good card. Another Machine Mutant Ribbit or Rybat, however you want to pronounce it. 1 drop, 5k attack, 5k combo. Auto, when this card is using a combo from the battle area, play up to 1 Super Sigma with the cost of 2 from your hand. So a lot of these cards are actually pushing for the Super Sigma to be special summoned. So I guess the Super Sigma you have to run 4 ofs because you have so many cards that specifying that specific card. So Super Sigma, we'll have to look back on it to see what it does again because I read so many black cards that you could definitely gonna have to use 4 of those. Activate on main, switch the card into rest mode, draw a card, then discard 1 card. Okay, so that's definitely good on the effect of you have cards that when you use them on combo, you can bring back cards in your hand. So definitely, you're not technically discarding a card from your hand because you're going to be recycling it again due to the effect of certain cards that once you use them on combo from the board, recycle 2 cards from your discard pile. Next up, General Rildo, 2 drop, 20k swing, 5k combo, on play, Self Awakener. So there's a second Self Awakener that we have for a baby, which is good. That means you're gonna have to play 4 of both of them because you need Self Awakeners. Um, a lot of people don't like playing Self Awakeners, but you have to because there's a lot of opponents that you'll play against that will force you to Self Awaken yourself. And if you don't have Self Awakeners, by the time you awaken on your opponent's turns, you don't even have the hand. You won't even be having the hand size for it to protect them, to protect yourself from all the power swings that you're about to get hit with. Auto, when this card is used in the combo from the battle area, play up to 1 Hyper Meta Rildo with a cost of 3 from your hand. So crazy part is you summon this swing combo, summon the 3 drop. If I'm not mistaken, the 3 drop is on combo. You special summon the 4 drop, 30k. So that chain is sick. You're summoning on. You're summoning. You're gonna burn your cards out your hand. But think about it. Late game, summon this 2 drop, swing. Then swing with leader, combo this. Use the effect to special summon the 3 drop. The 3 drop swings. If you have another body on the board, combo as well. And then that gets to summon the 4 drop blocker. That is crazy. You're about to have 4 swings in 1 turn off of just a 2 drop body. That's crazy. Free at that. You're getting free swing right now. So this is the field card that the boss card was talking about. The new planet Tuffle. 1 drop field card. Activate on main. Discard 1 card from your hand. Switch this card to rest mode. If your leader has Machine Mutant and a special trait to draw a card. Okay, so this is what I was waiting for to see because this archetype really burning cards off the field to combo or even to use cards out your hand, right? Because you're special summoning. Now your hand size getting smaller. So having this on the board is actually good. So four of these is definitely a must because you get to draw a card. Yes, you discard a card from your hand, but you get to recycle a card. You get to draw a card. So depending on this, on what you're discarding, it could probably be in your beneficial state that if you combo with the trunks that you combo, you get to bring back two cards that's non-trunks to your hand from your discard pile. So you're basically recycling cards from your hand, from your from whatever you discarded from using this effect to losing one card to gain two. It's not that bad. So I feel like this is definitely a good field card to use. So now we're going to the extras. The Super Galligun, 2 drop. Your card that are in a battle gets 25k power for the battle. Then if you have a card in your combo area, choose up to one battle card with a cost of 3 or less and return it to his hand. Yo, this is crazy. This is that's crazy. Cause you have I forgot which black card that says you could play a 2 cost for free, right? You could play this for free and bounce a card back to the hand 3 or less, and you get 25k boost either to protect a swing from your opponent or just go all aggro on one of your opponent's battle cards or the leader for them to burn cards out your hand. You can't go wrong with that. You definitely can't. This is definitely a card you gotta run in baby. Probably 3 or 4 honestly. Another extra card, Revenge Death Ball, 2 drop. Another card you can play for free depending on the card that you're using. If you have 3 or more battle cards with Brainwash or Machine Mutant in their special traits in your drop, your leader with Machine Mutant in his special traits gets 5,000 power until the end of your opponent's turn. And it's on activate on main. Okay, I don't like this card. If it would have been activate on battle, even activate on battle, only 5k. You're asking for me to have 3 bodies on the board, and all you're gonna give me is 5k for a 2 cost. Maybe to be free, maybe it's not gonna be free, but it's a 2 cost. You could do something else better than this. So I feel like this card is kind of weird, especially it's saying activate on main. Why would I want to activate on main this card? This how actually would be better on battle, but you know, I'm not the one that made the card. So this is the alternate art of the 10 times Kamehameha. We already have this card. This card is so beautiful. I can't wait to get my hands on this. But definitely, this is definitely a beautiful card. The alternate arts that they have for this set looks amazing. And I'm liking that they're coming out with alternate art cards for the old um sets, one of each. So it makes it kind of interesting. And I like it. I definitely like it a lot. Last but not least, gold card. We already saw this card. I feel like this card should be in every black deck because you can manipulate summoning this instead of 4. You can summon it on 2 because it only needs one of you guys have an energy marker. And for a fact, one of you guys gonna have the energy marker. So 25k swing on a 2 drop gold is definitely good. And then you get to draw a card if your opponent has an energy marker. So you can't go wrong with that. So I think that's it for black. Let's see. Yeah, that was the last card for black. So hopefully you guys like the cards that drop for black. Hopefully you guys try it out. Definitely, I'm definitely gonna try out baby because baby look like it's gonna be one of those decks that you have to like test run a lot because you don't know the ratio of the cards of each card to how much you're gonna be playing of. So definitely gonna be definitely good to test out a lot. Um, but yeah, that goes